Now, interestingly enough, something not related to wrestling kind of got me thinking and kind of got me, what's the word the kids are using these days? Triggered? No, I don't get triggered. I get pissed. There's a big difference. So anyway, it was recently reported by the Boston Globe that Giselle Bundchen, for those of you who don't know, is Mrs. Tom Brady. Although, honestly, I think Tom Brady's Mrs. Tom Brady if you see their relationship dynamic. But I digress. But anyway, as we know, the New England Patriots lost Super Bowl 52 to the Philadelphia Eagles, which resulted in probably a lot of crying in the New England area and a lot of property damage in Philadelphia because, good Lord, people, just because your team wins does not mean you gotta tear up the city. Anyway. So apparently, it was reported by the Boston Globe that just when her kids asked what happened, Giselle said, Daddy's won 5 times. This team, referring to the Eagles, has never won before. They have never won the Super Bowl before. Daddy let them win so they felt good about themselves. Just one second. What the hell? He let them win? Honestly? That's what you're going to tell your children! Your children, who are you supposed to prepare for real life? Well, as much real life as they're going to encounter when their dad is a highly paid NFL quarterback and their mom is one of the highest paid supermodels of the freaking planet, as if they will ever, at any point in their lives, have to deal with reality. That is what you are going to tell your children. That their father, whose job as part of an NFL team, whose singular goal in existence is to win, is to beat every other team that comes into your path for the 16 weeks that you play in an NFL regular season and the 3 to 4 games you play in the playoffs, depending upon your rank. And let's face facts, the Patriots have done a very good job of that as of late, as much as all of us hate that fact. Unless, of course, you're a New England Patriots fan and then you're really loving the fact that they win all the time, which I can't blame you. Everyone wants to be a part of something successful, even though we don't actually contribute to that success. We want to be part of something successful. But really, Daddy let them win. Daddy let them win. Okay, all right, yes, okay. Now we are talking about Tom Brady, which, as much as a lot of us hate this fact that he, Bill Belichick, and the rest of the New England Patriots are always seem to be in the hunt, if not right there in the Super Bowl, be trying to win as many world championships as you can. That is their job. What does Belichick drum into everybody's head? Do your job. Daddy let them win. Is it you couldn't Tell your children the truth. Their dad lost. Their dad has won a lot more than he's lost. Let's face facts. He is 5-3 in the Super Bowl, which I would say is a pretty daggone good record. Yeah, you've lost 3 Super Bowls, but hey, you're not the Buffalo Bills in the 90s who lost 4 straight. Of the 8 times you have been to the Super Bowl, you have won 5 of them. Brady set the record for 2 years in a row of most passing yards in a Super Bowl. You could... No, let's face facts. This woman who, after the second loss to the Giants was blaming everyone else on the New England Patriots for the loss. Never mind the fact that her husband was part of that team. It was everybody else's fault. This woman has told her children that on the grandest stage, in one of the most profitable leagues, if not the most profitable sports league in the world, where success is driven by wins and losses and how many Lombardi trophies you have. They don't ask about how many Lamar Hunt trophies you have. They ask how many Vince Lombardi trophies you have. Yay, it's all well and good to get the Lamar Hunt trophy because that means you're the best in the American Football Conference. But the Vince Lombardi trophy, the big one with the football on it, that means you are the best in the football world at what you do. You played the best game you could. And you got beat by a team with their backup quarterback. Lest we forget, Nick Foles is a backup quarterback. And he beat the New England, and the team he was part of beat the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. But Daddy let them win. Daddy had an off day. Daddy did everything he could. The people around Daddy did everything they could. But they were not the better team on Sunday night. Tom Brady will be going into the Hall of Fame camp. There's no question. He is easily one of the greatest quarterbacks in history, if not the greatest quarterback in history. I mean, let's face facts. Winning 5 Super Bowls, the level of success that his hard work, his dedication has brought to New England, to the Patriots, it cannot be denied. He will be in camp. There is no question of that. But for this woman to belittle the accomplishments of the other team and say, oh, Daddy let them win, is insane. I mean, I'm going to go back to it. These kids will not have to want for anything. These kids will not have to fight for a meal. But what's going to happen when they get into a competitive environment and their team doesn't win? And they do everything they can. I mean, no matter what the level. I mean, I know we live in this world of participation trophies. everybody gets a trophy. Everybody gets a medal so that nobody's feelings are hurt. Nobody's down about not being the best. But we have seen in this world what that does. It makes people in this world a bunch of entitled, arrogant crybabies who cannot handle the concept of loss, of defeat. You have this current generation of people believing that everyone's a winner. I have a bunch of trophies upstairs. Not a one of them says participant. I got those for placing. I got those because I worked at it. Because I worked at football. Because I worked at wrestling. I trained, I did everything I could. Sometimes I won, sometimes I lost. But win or lose, it was on me. There's also one I got up there for swearing a lot, but we don't talk about that one. But just wanted to say it. To send your kids this message that, oh, Daddy, let them win. Is that the reason Daddy threw a Hail Mary to easily one of the best receivers in football right now, even though he was septuple covered? Sometimes you lose. Dan Gable, one of the greatest amateur wrestlers in history. If you don't believe me, look him up. From high school to college to Olympic level wrestling. Easily the greatest amateur wrestler America has ever produced. You want to know how many times he lost? Once. But he still lost. And did that stop him? No. Did that make him a loser? No. People still talk about his career. Tom Brady's lost now 3 times at the Super Bowl. They still won more than he's lost. Is anybody going to be talking about this loss? Probably for a while. But then they'll get over it and move on. Because people are still making that argument, is Tom Brady the best quarterback ever? And to be honest, numbers don't lie. I mean, Dan Marino is considered one of the best quarterbacks of all time, and he never made it to a Super Bowl. Sometimes you lose. This generation needs to learn. Not everybody wins, but just because you lost doesn't make you a loser. You're a loser when you quit trying. Losses are to learn from, same as mistakes. And I'm sure we've all made mistakes. I know I'm not perfect. Never said I was. Have I lost? Yes. I tried. I kept at it. I kept fighting. I didn't let defeat me. And that's the message we should be sending to kids. Not everybody wins. But loss doesn't make you a loser. Now, no, please don't look at the Cleveland Browns as a good example, because seriously, going 0-16 and the city throws parade, really? What the hell? You don't celebrate loss. You learn from it. You study the tapes. You go back over it in your head. You figure out where you went wrong so that you do better. All of us have had setbacks in life. All of us have had defeats in life. But one loss doesn't make you a loser. One defeat does not make you defeated. Get yourself up, you dust yourself off. You get back on that horse. You get back on that practice field. You do what you need to do to better yourself. And this analogy goes beyond sports. It goes into life. You can't just want a better life. I keep seeing this sign at work. Good things come to those who wait. Better things come to those who work for it. I believe that. I'm not wishing for better. I work for better. I try to improve everything. I try to improve myself at work. I try to improve myself at home. I try to improve my relationship with boss lady. I try to improve my dialogue, how I relate to people in this world, whether face to face or via social media. I try to improve this show. I try to make this a better experience so that you tell your friends, so that the show grows. I don't get to do that if I quit because the show doesn't have enough views. I don't do that if I have a setback in life. My life has had its challenges, but it's rising above those challenges. I know there's a lot of people that have it a lot worse than I do. My heart goes out to you, those that do it. But a lot of you are taking those challenges in your life and facing them head on and making yourselves better. Whether because of these challenges or in spite of them, you're making yourselves better. You're not going to let your defeats define you. You're not going to let your challenges beat you. You're going to rise above it. Was this the most important game in Tom Brady's career? Not by a long shot. Is he watching game film right now? You bet your ass. The fact is, he's looking to next season, to getting the New England Patriots back into the Super Bowl. And he is not alone. 31 other men are doing the exact same thing right now, as they damn well should be. One of the most elite jobs in the world is being an NFL quarterback, because as you know, only 32 people can have that position. At least starting quarterback, I should say. Starting NFL quarterback. Only 32 people in the world can have that job. And they all have one goal: to touch the Vince Lombardi trophy on a cold day in February. On a cold Sunday in February. Well, depending upon where you're at. You don't let a loss make you a loser. You don't let defeat you. Thank you for watching this episode of The Guido Goes Off. Always, I want to know your thoughts on this topic that I covered. Please let me know in the comments section below. And of course, you can always talk to me via my social media. And as always, please like this video, share it with everyone you know. And if you, of course, have not yet subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And of course, hit the bell for notifications of upcoming episodes. And I do appreciate it. As we know, we're making this big march to WrestleMania, hoping to have 100 subscribers by WrestleMania. So please, if you like this, you want to share this with the world, please, I beg you, do so. So until next time, I'm the Guido, and I think we're done here.